William Vanzela. Number 4, Andrew Hoxie. Number 7, Ricky Greensfelder. Number 8, Lucas Roque. Number 9, Pat Healy. Number 12, Adriano Dos Santos. Number 13, Jeremy Rayleigh. Number 16, Nicholas Tate. Number 17, Jamie Thomas. Number 19, Marco Pereira. Number 22, Juan Pereira. Number 23, Jonathan Mello. Number 25, Daniel Peruzzi. Number 26, Elton de Oliveira. Number 78, Nelson Santana. Head coach for the Baltimore Blast is Danny Kelly. The Baltimore Blast. Put your hands together for the Comets Girls, presented by Expressions Dance Studio. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's meet your 2017 Kansas City Comets. From Monrovia, Liberia, number 3, defender, James Toba. From Trinidad and Tobago, number 11, forward, Kyle Williams. From Kingston, Jamaica, number 12, forward, O'Dane Sinclair. From Monrovia, Liberia, number 14, forward, Leo Gibson. From Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 15, midfielder, Gui Gomez. From Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 17, defender, Carlos Trombini. From Lee Summit, Missouri, number 18, defender, Cody Hoffman. From Overland Park, Kansas, number 21, midfielder, Pat Kelly. And from Santiago, Chile, number 23, midfielder, Ignacio Nacho Flores. And now for tonight's starters for your Kansas City Comets. From Parral, Chihuahua, Mexico, number 6, midfielder, Guerrero Pino. From Belgrade, Serbia, number 8, midfielder, Milan Ivanovic. From San Jose, Costa Rica, number 9, midfielder, Brian Perez. From Buenos Aires, Argentina, number 10, midfielder, Lucas Rodriguez. From Kingston, Jamaica, number 16, forward, Andre Braithwaite. And from Wichita, Kansas, number 13, goalkeeper, the lawman, Stephen Hammerski. Head coach of the Comets is Kim Runfed. Assistant coaches are former Comets star Jeff Davis and Comets forward Leo Gibson. Goalkeeper coach is Alan Mayer. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear it for your 2017 Kansas City Comets!
Hi again, everybody, and welcome inside Silverstein Ice Center's arena, where tonight the Kansas City Comets host the Baltimore Blast. Alongside Jeff Houston, I'm Nick Vassos. Tonight's game, Jeff, is a big one for two particular players in particular, and that is Andre Braithwaite and Pat Healy. It's the first time that these two players are going to meet since that ugly incident 2 years ago in postseason, right?
Right, and you know, the elephant in the room, everybody's thinking about it, but to be honest, I talked to both players this week, and they're ready to move on. You know, Andre, we've talked about it many times. He's made amends. He's done his community service. He's really turned a new leaf. And then Pat, for his to his credit, he's forgiven him, ready to move on, and everybody's just ready to play good Comets Blast soccer.
Yeah, you asked the coaching staff, and Andre's gone above and beyond what was required by the league in order to try to make amends with Pat Healy and the Baltimore Blast.
Yeah, it wasn't right away, but it took a little bit, and then Andre realized kind of where this path he was leading down, and he completely changed his ways. He, like you said, he went above and beyond what was asked of him, and he's you could see it in his game. He's turned up. He's got a great new game. He's very powerful out on the field, but it's a more in control game than it's ever been before.
A couple of players for Baltimore are going to be missing tonight. A couple of key players, Vinny Dantas and Tony Donatelli. Those two players have hooked up a lot of times for goals, haven't they?
Yeah.
Big parts missing.
It's a big piece missing for Baltimore. I mean, Vinny was the MVP of the championship series last year, and Tony Donatelli he's always in the mix with them. So big piece for them. But they've still got Pat Healy, they still got Roque, they still got several weapons out there.
Oh, and their keeper, this guy named William Van Zella. This just in, he's kind of good.
William knows how to play soccer. Yeah, he's pretty good. And you know what? And he's probably looking forward to this field. The Blast moved their home field this past offseason, and it's a smaller field than they're used to. He's taken on a lot more shots, and the nature of Baltimore's game is a very defensive game anyway. So when you shrink the field to a defensive team, it means a lot more action for him. We're in a big field here in the Silverstein Ice Centers Arena, so his defense has a little more room to play. The Comets, for their part, they're going to be watching for it, and they're going to be ready to pepper him from all angles.
One final quick note. At halftime, where there'll be some players on display who don't know how to play, yours truly being one of them. Team Nick versus Team Steve. What's this all about?
Oh, this is one of my favorite games of the year. This is our Comets celebrity game. Team Nick versus Team Steve Serrano. And we've got local celebrities and media personalities coming out here and showing us how they play soccer at halftime. So it should be great, and we appreciate it. We love it all the time.
And our past public address announcer, Ed Bishop, is also going to come back to Kansas City and join in on the fun as well.
Yeah, Ed's here, a member of the Comets Fan Hall of Fame. He's actually even going to be on the PA during the second quarter, calling that just for old time's sake. So should be a good time all around tonight.
It's the Blast and the Comets tonight here from Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Glad you're with us. You're watching Comet Soccer. And hi again, everybody, and welcome inside beautiful Silverstein Ice Centers Arena alongside Brian Budzinski. This is Nick Vassos. The Comets and the Blast are set to meet again, once again this year. The Comets with a record of 2-6. The Baltimore Blast with a record of 6-2. Let's give you the quick starting lineups first for the visiting Baltimore Blast. In goal, it'll be William Van Zela, making his ninth start on the year. In front of him, it'll be Pat Healy and Jeremy Raley. Two midfielders will be Jonatas Mello as well as Jamie Thomas, and the forward will be the always dangerous Lucas Roque. Now for the hometown Kansas City Comets, starting in goal tonight, it'll be Stephen Hammerski, who we have not seen in a while. Hammerski, 0-1 on the year, making his third start in a Comet uniform. Playing at the two defender positions, one will be Guerrero Pino, and the other one will be Milan Ivanovic. Two midfielders, one will be Lucas Rodriguez, and the other is Brian Perez. And the starting forward tonight is Andre Braithwaite. We are underway here, Bud. Great to have you alongside once again for the call. It's another edition of the Blast and Comets. What will we see here tonight?
Well, you're going to see two very
right off the bat, the Blast slice through and score. It is Mello, and a 1-0 lead for Baltimore.
Can't even finish the point right there. You're wanting to know what you're going to see. Where you're going to see some off-the-ball movement from the Baltimore Blast, and you're going to see some Comets not follow their defenders, and then you're going to see a goal given up in the first 22 seconds.
Here's the replay once again into the target player.
So the problem right there is Pino is ball watching. So the ball gets played into the target right there. And
22 seconds in the first quarter by number 13 and assisted by number 8.
So you're going to see, anyways, you're going to see, Jeremy runs through right there unmarked because Pino's not watching him, and then there you go. You get a goal right off the bat.
Beg your pardon. Jeremy Raley with his second goal on the year, and Roque coming up with the assist for Baltimore. Okay, so I was right the first time. It's Mello who gets the goal for the first time. Jonatas Mello gets the goal, his fifth on the year, and Roque the assist. 1-0 Baltimore. Great to have you along here tonight on the MASL TV lines here via YouTube. This is the only game in the league tonight. Here's a look at Hammerski. Stephen Hammerski. Across the line, Hammerski rolls one into the middle. Knocked away by the blast. Pereira is there. Now the Comets break it up, and towards the center circle is Trombini. And back to Togba. Comets 2-6. They're third in the Central. Baltimore 6-2. They have a 1.5 game lead over Harrisburg in the Eastern Division. There's William Vanzella, goalkeeper of the year in 15 and 16. An amazing 9 shutouts in his brilliant career. Long ball into the corner. Headed away by Pino. Now forced back into the area, and Hammerski is there to pick it up for the Comets. Stephen Hammerski, the Wichita, Kansas native, a cadet with the Wichita Police Department. The long arm of the indoor law right there, number 13, Stephen Hammerski. Into the corner. It's Cody Hoffman in there. Cody Hoffman, the local product out of Lee Summit High School. Rolled into the area. Baltimore clears it towards the half line. Pino from the Comets gets ahead on it. Now picking it up there is Baltimore on the half line. Baltimore again playing tonight without Vinny Dantas and Tony Donatelli.
Yeah, it's 20 points for Tony Donatelli sitting on the bench, and Vinny Dantas with 14. So 2 big losses for the Blast, but it doesn't look like it's slowing him down at all right here.
No, there's Roque. He had an assist on the first goal, and he now gets a tally there. That's his 9th on the year for the Sao Paulo Brazilian native.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Pino's having a nightmare here to start out this game. I'm just going to be honest with you. You've got guys running through that are unmarked, and there's no communication right there. Both these first 2 goals are from a lack of marking of off-the-ball runners.
2-0 Baltimore. Roque, we mentioned his 9th on the year. Coach Kim Runfed leaning over the dasher boards in front of the Comet bench there, surveying the action up to Leo Gibson. Leo double teamed. On back to the center circle, and Rodriguez gets tripped up by the Blast. Foul called on Baltimore. Ron Corey, one of our referees tonight. Near side it comes to Sinclair. Sinclair's pass is fought for, and it's kicked out of bounds. And that's hashtag KCVBAL. Now down to the corner to Leo. Quickly back into the middle. It comes to Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams smashes one in there. Now Leo gets a boot on it, but not a lot of pace on that one. Vanzella easily up with it for the Blast. Looks like Coach Kim Runfed is trading Andre Braithwaite and Leo Gibson tonight. So Andre's playing up top instead of in the back. Andre Braithwaite. And he'll play it over to Healy. There's Healy and Braithwaite. 2 players that haven't seen each other in 2 years, Bud. The last time was at the ugly end of a playoff loss for the Comets. We know what happened with Andre, and Andre has worked a lot to get back, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, the whole situation is a lot of times, individuals they make very poor mistakes in their lives, and those mistakes can either transform you negatively or they can transform you positively. And I think, obviously it was a horrendous thing what Andre did, but it has changed him for, he's a better person now. He's well respected in the Kansas City market, with the youth club. He's one of the bright young coaches in this city. And then on top of that, he's he's had to do some classes and some probation issues and all these things to kind of make him grow as a man. And and I know he apologized to Pat and
Wrote him a letter.
and reconciled that way. And we myself, but the Kansas City organization has a lot of respect for the Baltimore Blast organization and Ed Hale and Kevin Healy, and I consider Kevin a friend. And and so it was something that was embarrassing for us as an organization, and I feel like everybody's kind of moved on and everybody's in a better place for it, now. And I'm happy for where Andre is and where his growth is as a man has become.
Andre Braithwaite earlier, first week of the season, I believe, was named to the team of the week. So Andre's had some success here since returning to the league. He had a choice of, he could have gone back home to Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, but he chose to stay here and to work at getting back with the team. And Andre is back with the team, and in 6 games he has 5 goals and an assist for the Comets to go along with 3 blocks. Comets with possession of the ball, trailing 2-0 here early on in the first. Comets are 1-4 over their last 5. Baltimore's 4-1. Baltimore has played a lot of close games. You'll notice if you look at their scores from their games that they've had so far, the first 8 games, many of them are 3 goals or less. I wonder how much of an adjustment, if any, Baltimore is feeling right now, having to play on a regulation length field. Here's Ivanovic with a drive. Ivanovic with a drive in there, and save is made by Vanzella. Baltimore moving to a new arena this year on the campus of Towson University, SECA, the SICA. I think they call it a SICA arena.
They do.
SICA?
They do. You got the SICA here, right? The
Yeah.
Silverstein Ice Centers arena. That's the Twitter handle is SICA KC. Both teams are playing in similar Twitter-handled arenas.
But that field that they're playing on is way shorter than this field is right here. The dimensions are quite different.
Yeah, I mean, and it affects the flow and the feel, the play of the game. The game's a lot more physical there, okay, in Baltimore, because there's just less space with the same amount of bodies, right? And then the other part about that is anywhere around the 3 line, your defensive 3 line, I mean, you can go ahead and take a shot if you like. And you're seeing a lot of long-distance goals, much like you saw in Sonora over the last few years.
Gotcha.
Now you're seeing that now in Baltimore.
Here's Baltimore on the attack. Wall pass, Hammerski swipes it aside, and the ball goes sailing back towards the half line. Braithwaite is there. Braithwaite down the right side. Andre cuts it back, still dealing with a pair of white jerseys in front of him. Now Andre tries to split the defense, but Pereira is there to take it away for the Baltimore Blast. Juan Pereira, one of 9 Brazilians on this Blast team. Baltimore does have several of their star players back this year. But again, as we mentioned earlier, Tony Donatelli and Vinny Dantas are unavailable tonight, both out of the lineup. But it hasn't slowed the Blast offense so far, leading 2-0.
No, if I'm Coach Danny Kelly, I'm like, hey, I'm sitting over there. You couldn't ask for a better start. You got our 2 top leading points scorers on the team, and we're scoring 2 goals before the 13-minute mark even hits.
Vanzella, long, one of the newcomers for the Blast there. Just under 7 to play in the first quarter. Blast 2, Comets nothing. Comets have a really grueling weekend. After playing here against Baltimore tonight, the team will travel tomorrow up to Milwaukee to take on the Wave in a New Year's Eve day game there that they traditionally have. So that'll be a tough assignment there for the Comets. And, of course, our friends up there in Milwaukee, Art Kramer and Tom Wynn, will have the call for you on MASL TV. Foul called against Baltimore. Comets will have it near the half line in front of the Blast bench. Ron Corey there with the whistle.
Good job by Andre Braithwaite right there to hold that ball up. Tough spot over there. Got 2 defenders and a wall, so really you're looking at 3 defenders. You know, when you got the ball up against a wall, that's a defender because you can't go that direction. And Andre did a good job on the hold-up play right there. Kept possession, and then now you see the guys are able to get a line change here. And, you know, little things like that are real important in games like this.
Andre may count for 2 players on the wall there. He's so big. Here's Gibson on the volley with a left footer over the glass and into the seats there. And section 111. Timeout on the field. We'll step aside. 5:58 left to play in the
has
first.
graciously donated their suite this season to honor the men and women who defend our country. At each home game this season, the Comets and Dominoes are recognizing veterans for their service. Tonight, we would like to welcome Kent Metzinger to the Dominoes Defender Suite. Kent served in the Missouri Army National Guard with the Military Police Company out of Harrisonville from 2005 to 2011. He was deployed with his military police company to Kosovo in 2008 through 2009 as part of Operation Enduring Freedom. There he served as a military policeman and conducted several security missions. He was also deployed to Haiti in 2010 as part of earthquake relief efforts. Kent currently lives right here in Independence with his children. Above section 118, Comets fans, let's give Kent a big round of applause to show our appreciation for his service to our country and community. Thank you, Kent, and a big thank you to Dominoes of Kansas City for helping honor these worthy veterans all season long. Select Physical Therapy is the official training physical.
All right, fans, get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure that you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, as well as MASL Arena on Twitter. There's a live look at some of the Comets players. There's Nacho Flores. He's been a bright spot for the Comets this year. The Comets will need him to get back into this game here. They trail 2-0 here as we have just about 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Brian Budzinski, Nick Vassos, Brad Zimmerman, our director. Glad to have you with us on MASL TV here live from Silverstein Ice Center's Arena. Cody Hoffman shielding away Jamie Thomas and eventually drawing the foul. Wasn't sure if it was Thomas or that guy right there, Nelson Santana, who's been around the league. It's not his first rodeo, so to speak, right?
I don't know who's played. You know, Danny Kelly has probably played more games with Santana than the rest of this group out here combined.
He has been one of my faves of all time. Aside from being a good defender, he is an offensive threat out there.
Yeah, member of the national futsal team back in the day. You know, a pro, good, strong player. You know when Santana goes in a challenge, you better be going into it just as strong because he's bringing the thunder.
5:18 left to play. Roll down towards Hammerski of the Comets. He kicked it away. Now Roque's got it. Watch out for this guy here. Roque wall pass into the middle. Perez is there for the Comets and kicks it back towards the half line. Nacho.
Patented wall pass from the Baltimore Blast. There's a couple things the Blast do fantastic. One of them is wall passes. Okay, they are literally the best in the entire league. Have been for a long time. It's a Danny Kelly staple of his game. And an off-the-ball movement. You saw right there just a little brief situation there. Roque got the ball, and O'Dane, who is a bigger player, ran into the back of Roque, and then he took 2 steps backwards, right? That's how strong Roque is on the ball.
Pino at the other end. Wall pass from the Comets. Out front, goal! Kyle Williams able to slice Baltimore's lead in half. Pino, a good job there, and Kyle Williams hits it home. Comets are on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
Wallace scorer right there. 1, 2. That's all, in basketball, we call that an and one right there, Nick. I mean, Kyle Williams is getting hammered in the back right there. Now watch right here. You see a nice ball from BP. Great touch by Pino right here. In pressure. Wall pass. And again, what did we say earlier about the Comets not following players? You've got number 9, Nascimento, not following a player. Kyle Williams comes in for the wall of score right there and finishes it. Right here. There it is. Ball watching. You're leaving Banzela out to dry.
Kyle Williams. That's his 5th goal on the year. And for Guerrero Pino, he picks up his 3rd assist. 2-1. Blast over the Comets. Hoxie called for the foul there. Comets get it across the half line. It's broken up again by the Blast, and a long drive sent in and just wide. I believe that was off the foot of Roque again. Here's Hoxie in the corner, battling with Togba of the Comets and Pat Kelly. And a foul from the other end of the field is called on Kelly, who got into the ribs of Andrew Hoxie.
Andrew Hoxie, the best mustache in the league.
No question.
Well-groomed, 1965 look right there from Mr. Hoxie. I believe he was voted as like number 3 best mustache in the greater Baltimore area earlier this season. And, you know, that might be GM Kevin Healy's greatest achievement today.
Oh, a near steal by Santana, who's just racing on. Nelson back with it. Leaves it a shot and a block by the Comets. Greensfelder had a chance, and a timeout is now called by the Comets to settle things down. The youngster, Ricky Greensfelder, had a chance right at the top of the arc, and the Comets able to stuff it there, but a timeout there by Kansas City.
A little disorganized by the Comets, and I think Coach Runford said, hey, look, you know, we got back in with a good goal here. Let's kind of calm things down and get organized. And I can see it right now. He's saying to Steven Hammerski, if you're going to go up, that's fine, but you got to go up responsibly, okay? And you almost gave up another goal, okay? And when I say Steven's another goal, we've now had probably 4 of these, the Comets have. We've probably had 1 or 2 with Casey, and you've had 2 for sure with Steven, where he's good with his feet, he's comfortable, but the type of pass that you can do when you're up past your own 3-line, there's only certain types of options. You know, it's kind of like, you know, it's not a run-pass option in football. There's only certain things you can do, because other ones it's just too risky and the reward's not worth it.
There's a look at the huddle there. Coach Kim Runfed, the Rocket, legendary player, coach. Out come the Comets there from the huddle. Comets are going to have it. 3:27 left in the first. Blast leading 2-1. On the field for the Comets, it's Guerrero Pino, Cody Hoffman, Andre Braithwaite, Nacho Flores, and Carlos Trombini with Stephen Hammerski in goal. Hammerski wearing the yellow top, yellow shorts with yellow socks. Puts his foot into it, angles it into the corner for Braithwaite. Off the boards and into the area, and Vanzella is off his line to pounce on it for the Blast. Blast, 2-time defending league champions.
Located just across 291 Highway from the Silverside Ice Center's arena, you'll find a hotel experience unlike the rest at Stony Creek Hotel.
There's Pat Healy. He's been Defender of the Year several times over his brilliant career. 2015 Defender of the Year. Won that award multiple times. Back to Vanzela, who's actually the team's captain as well. Forward for Santana, who's tackled by Pino, and this will give Baltimore a good restart chance here.
Great veteran move by Santana right there. He baited Pino to the drop, just dropped his shoulder to the right and dropped his hip a little bit, so Pino pinched in, and then he rolled him over to on the other side. It's a veteran move, and then you just pull him down with you and get the foul.
Healy, Pereira, shot save, rebound over the glass. They got a good chance there on goal, and Hammerski able to keep it out there, but that was close.
Juan Pereira, wow.
Yeah.
Super athletic right there.
Another look at it there.
Look at that.
Wow.
Super athletic.
And back the other way. Mello. This one back to Thomas. Now into the center circle to Dos Santos. 2.5 to play in the first. Comets trail the Blast by 1. Roque away from the goal. This one sent back all the way to Jamie Thomas. Now forward to Dos Santos. Blast near the half line. Comets sitting back defensively.
Got a foul on Pino there. That's two fouls, two quick fouls, I should say, in a very, very short time span right there.
The Blast are coming off a loss, an 8-7 setback in an unusual way. They suffered a shootout loss at Harrisburg on December 16th. So they played the extra time. That didn't work out, and then they went to the shootouts and lost 2-0. Drive by Ivanovic, and that one saved off the line by a Blast defender. And here come the Blast the other way. Into the middle from Pereira. Nobody home to get the pass there, and the Comets will try to press up. Here's Hammerski. And that one kicked out of bounds.
So, Nick, right there, I'm watching Steven, and I'm looking down far on the field, and I'm seeing Leo Gibson and Pat Kelly both are 1v1, or both of them are matched up man-on-man right there, okay? And so you've got Leo that's a little bit deeper than Pat Kelly, and Steven is holding on to that ball probably too long, okay, right? A one-on-one matchup in the offensive third is a good matchup, right? You'll take a forward with against a defender anytime. Right?
Absolutely.
And so he should play that. He should have played that ball sooner. And now what ended up happening is he was taking too much time, and then he ends up turning the ball over. It's just you're thinking too much, right? Let's be honest. Like you think too much, and then you kind of compound the mistake. Because since you didn't play it initially, then you make that decision.
Comets with pressure here. Can they win the ball back? Blast looking for a foul. Ball still pinballing around. And out with it comes the Blast with 34 seconds left. Forward. Picked off by Togba. One of the newest Comet players. Togba double teamed on the near side. Greensfelder is there, along with Rayleigh. And it's won back by Baltimore with 20 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. Here's the Blast. Dos Santos stripped by Rodriguez of the Comets. 10 seconds left. Now Leo on the far boards. Leo still going forward. Cross the field to Nacho. 4 seconds left off the glass. No good. And the horn sounds, and that'll do it for the first quarter. At the end of the first, it is the Baltimore Blast 2 and the Comets 1. Thanks for watching Comet Soccer and MASL TV on YouTube.
Visit Independence invites you to explore your own backyard. Hop aboard a mule-drawn wagon and tour the historic Independence Square. Stand in the jail cell that once housed notorious outlaw Frank James, or discover the wonders of westward expansion at the National Frontier Trails Museum. This is entertainment only Independence, Missouri can deliver. Please welcome back to the field the Comets Girls, presented by Expressions Dance Studio.
La carreta para cumplir con la meta de mi pequeña labor. A caballo vamos pa'l monte, a caballo vamos pa'l monte, a caballo vamos pa'l monte, a caballo vamos pa'l monte.
I challenge you to
stressful week. I got a lot of pressure. You have a lot of great moves, but mine are better.
Put your hands together one more time for the Comets girls and their special guests.
And the second quarter is underway here from Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Brian Budzinski and Nick Vassos. Great to have you here on MASL TV for the Blast and the Comets. Brad Zimmerman, our director tonight, and both keepers switch ends here. Hammerski to our right and Van Zella to our left for the Blast. Here is Van Zella, the 9 times he has shut out opponents over his brilliant career. Van Zella from Cascavel, Brazil. Long ball played across the half line. That one played up to Peruzzi. Peruzzi's still there on the top of the area, touches it, whistle, and a foul called on Kansas City.
That's foul number 3 on Pino.
Comets foul, number 6, Guerrero Pino, his third and a half.
If he gets one more, Baltimore goes on the power play. We have yet to have any time penalties so far tonight.
I think Pino's going to want to set a fire to this first 15 and a half minutes of highlights here.
Shot and a goal. Mello to Peruzzi, and it's now 3-1.
I'll tell you, man, I know, Nick, Coach Runfed, there's a couple things that bother Coach Runfed. One of them is turnovers. He hates turnovers. He hates unenforced turnovers. The other thing he hates is unnecessary fouls, and he hates them even more defensively. So you've got a set piece right there. You commit that foul that deep, and you're allowing the other team to get set up, and you're letting the Baltimore Blast, one of the top teams when it comes to set pieces, have a free shot on goal there.
And a huge goal in terms of the Comets, for the first half. Here's Braithwaite trying to knife his way between two defenders. Peruzzi, his 4th goal on the year. Mello, his 6th assist. That one off the restart, and it's 3-1 Baltimore. Here's Ivanovic. He bangs that one off of Ricky Grinsfelter and out of bounds. Grinsfelter, as well as Marco Nascimento, a couple of the newcomers for the Blast. Comets with possession into the corner to Ivanovic. It rolls around the corner, and Van Zella kicks it away from the goal. Picked up there by Pereira. The Comets trap it on the boards, and here comes Kyle Williams with some nifty moves. Leaves it for Perez. In the area, Gibson trying to put a boot on it. Baltimore able to get it out wide. Now Kyle Williams pokes it in there with the toe. And a rebound shot deflected wide off of Sinclair's boot. O'Dane called for the foul then on the rebound, and Baltimore will have it.
Good series by the Comets right there. A lot of possession, a lot of opportunities, a lot of 50-50 battles won right there. If I'm watching this game, I'm Coach Redbed, I'm saying we've kind of dug ourselves a hole here for no reason when we're actually playing pretty well. I mean, it's a lot of possession, good opportunities. You're making the Blast have to defend. You're making the Blast have to be organized, but yet we're being unorganized and we're unenforced. We're giving up errors, or we're creating errors, and we're putting ourselves in a bad spot. And if you put good teams in good spots to score. I mean, it's just a matter of time before they're finally going to get one in the back of the net.
Ivanovic high into the air. Boy, good settle there by Andre with a defender draped on his back in Dos Santos. Andre turns and faces the defender. Fires a shot from about 50 feet away. Rebound comes off to Roque.
You like that little touch by Andre there, didn't you?
Oh, man. So quick and so powerful. Now a drive by Roque, and Hammerski made the save. Another one. And here's one on the volley. Rayleigh tees it up, now passes it away. That one blocked by Ivanovic. Here's another one by Roque, but first the whistle and a foul called on the Baltimore Blast. 12:15 left to play in the first half. Coming up at halftime, it is, well, it's media night here, and so the media will get together at halftime and run on the field. Everyone will try to help prevent from getting injured. I'll be out there with 10 of my colleagues out there in the media running under Team Nick. And then the other 10 players will be under Team Steve from Steve Serrano. He's one of our game contributors. Tog ball with a drive. That one blocked out of bounds off Mello. Comets will have it.
Did you call that media night, or I'm pretty sure it's celebrity night. Well, I mean, you're devaluing yourself and your fellow teammates. Are you already, before this thing even starts, are you succumbing to Team Steve?
Might be well known. Drive by Rodriguez, saved by Vanzella. We might have some notoriety. But to go as far as celebrity, I don't know, bud. I think the main thing here for fans is that they're going to get a chance to watch some of their local news people, play not good soccer and try to avoid from getting hurt. And probably will fall down a couple of times. That'll be just fine.
You're gonna get a couple knee burn or rug burns there. You're gonna have probably a swollen ankle or two.
Pride's gonna get hurt a little bit. That's okay.
Now, but you've got a ringer. You've got a gentleman that is wanting to score, and that's Hector Solario from Hector's Auto Repair.
I think he's on Team Steve.
Oh, he's on Team Steve?
Yeah, he's on Team Steve, and I don't know how that happened.
You guys are in
Labara KC.
you're in trouble.
I think Hector, the over and under on the total goals for Hector, is going to be somewhere around 4 or 5, I think.
He has wanted to score a goal on this field for 7 years. He's been telling me this. He's going to score tonight.
Oh, my gosh. Hector's... I'll be so happy for him.
He's kind of like, he's going to be the Leo Gibson of that game, Nick. Okay, right?
Right.
And the Leo Gibson, Leo Gibson's going to score a goal. It's not an if, it's a when, right? Now, can you just score enough to counteract the Leo Gibson goals, right? In your case, the Hector Solario goals.
I want you to check here, hit refresh on your social media accounts for Twitter, for MASL, and if you're watching, you're a Kansas City Comets fan, KC Comets on Twitter. Wall pass in the middle, and the Comets able to defend that patented wall pass from the Blast. Now ball loose out front, but go check KC Comets and MASL Arena because our jerseys that we're going to be wearing at halftime for this celebrity night, they've got the old retro slash, the blue, the orange, the yellow stripe across the front. And I got to give my props here to Jeff Houston of the Comets here for great work that he's done in creating this night here. It's been a lot of work, and it's a lot of fun for us to do this. So thanks to Jeff and the Comets for getting everybody together here. This should be a lot of fun. 9.5 to play in the second quarter. It's the Comets and Blast, 3-1 Baltimore over KC. Here's Nacho Flores.
Another good series by the Comets right there. Just hit off the post just a little bit wide a few times. But, you're making the Blast defend, right, which is what you want. And you're getting some opportunities. And you just got to finish them. That's kind of, you're breaking them down, but now can you actually finish on it?
Here's Braithwaite. Braithwaite, wall pass. Kelly was breaking in for the Comets. Braithwaite gets it back. Lost it. Tried to play it to Kelly. Mello is there. Jonatas Mello battling, and the Comets win it back momentarily. Nacho gets tangled up and then taken down. That close to 2 minutes, but Ron Corey is going to keep the pocket in his card, or keep the card in the pocket, rather.
He kind of reached down there just a little bit, and I said, nah. It's a good professional foul by the Blast right there. You can't let Nacho just glance or, stroll right through.
Perez into Kelly. Kelly could not redirect it on target. Kick down to the Comets end, and KC will go for wholesale changes. See what they can build up here. Boy, Labar at KC sounds great. Hector's got a whole band down there. Hector might score 7 goals on Team Nick tonight. 8:17 left to play in the first half.
He wants to score so bad, he brought his own cheering section and his own band.
He did.
You're on the inside here, Nick, of the production. I feel like you should have been able to have a little bit more control. You need to be, if it's Jeff Husted, you need to be greasing over there, or what? Scott Levinson, with our group here. I'm not sure, but you're an insider, and you should probably have a little bit more control.
Listen, I recruited a Marine, which was taken away from me. I think I still have pizza on my side. The regional manager for Domino's is on my team here, so I've got pizza going for me, all right? That's always good. And then I've also got Rich Bracken on my team. He is a motivational speaker, which we're going to need, and he does have a soccer background. So we shall see. Leo with a steal, and then gets taken down on the carpet, then kicked out of bounds. The Comets will have it with 7:24 left to play in the first half, and we are going to have an official timeout with 7:24 left to play. Blast 3, Comets 1.
Our facilities are literally better than any facilities in the United States. Congratulations to all of you who have made Heartland Soccer the largest league in the United States.
Good work, good job.
More doctors, locations, and specialists than any other provider in the Northland. Meritus Health, so you can easily find care that fits you.
Dr. Neil Kelly, DD.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Miter. The Comets would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddleston, England, is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production back in 1817. What were they made of back then? Miter is a proud partner of the Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and the MASL2. We've seen those Miter balls flying around here at record speed between the Blast and the Comets. Right now, Kansas City trailing Baltimore by 2 goals. Comets, as you've been pointing out tonight, Bud, have been playing, fairly well. It's just those mistakes that when you make a mistake, a team like Baltimore is a team that's going to capitalize on every kind of mistake that you make. And they have, and that's why they lead 3-1.
Yeah, the game for me, quite honestly, it's a little passive, right? As I'm watching this game between both squads, it's kind of like there's a little feeling out process. Hey, I know you. I played against you for the last 4 or 5 years. I played 20 games against you. But there's some new players on the field for both teams, and there's like this feeling out process that's kind of happening, and I don't feel like, the Comets have necessarily, from an intensity standpoint, especially playing at home, have brought that intensity to the Blast like they should. Both these teams have a match tomorrow on New Year's Eve, and so this game is very important.
Kansas City will travel up to Milwaukee to take on the Wave, and Baltimore will travel to Cedar Rapids to take on the Rampage. Both those games on MASL TV. Kansas City's match in Baltimore is at 5:05, and Baltimore's match against Cedar Rapids is at 3:05. MASL TV. We'll have both those games for you. Under 7 to play in the first half. Baltimore leading 3-1. Dos Santos on over to Van Zela. Van Zela 6-1 on the year. He has a 4.8 goals against average, and he saves 75% of the shots that come his way. Here's Roque. Far side. Up top, back to Roque. Now post shot, goal! That one there is by Ricky Grinsfelder, one of the newest members of the Blast in just his 3rd game. That might be his first goal of the season. And boy, Roque just breaking down the Comet defense out front.
Yeah, I loved how these guys just kept short 1 and 2 touch passes right across the box right there. And so, like, if you're a Comets player, you're trying to close the gap down between the offensive player right there. But you can't because they keep moving the ball so fast. Back and forth, side to side across the box. It's just great execution right there.
4-1 the score now. Roque, his 3rd assist on the year. Grinsfelder, the goal for Baltimore.
All right, so Nick, I'm going to point something out to you here.
Blue card, penalty coming up. Going to go against Kansas City's Cody Hoffman.
Slide tackle in the box, or slide tackle right out there on Thomas. Hard play right there, hard foul. Gets 2 minutes on it.
So Comets are going to go down a man here. And on the power play for the year, Baltimore is 44%, 7 of 16. Comets for penalty killing are 8 of 17. They've killed off 8, so 53% on the penalty kill. And 2 minutes on the board here. Cody Hoffman sent off. So for Baltimore, they've got Mello, Hoxie, Dos Santos. Here's Roque with it. Now Healy. Healy down to Dos Santos. Back to Pat Healy. Now right side Roque. Jonatas Mello now front and center. Left side Healy. That was touched by Hoxie. Now back to Healy. Mello. There's past public address announcer. Out front, Hammerski gobbles it up. We can hear Ed Bishop there chanting defense. The crowd got behind him, and Hammerski played a little defense there to keep it Baltimore from scoring the power play. 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the advantage to the Blast. Here's Sinclair. Comets do have a couple of shorthanded goals this year, one by Lucas Rodriguez, the other by Pat Kelly. Here's Roque outside the yellow line. On back to Healy. Healy fires one up there. The rebound comes out front and center. Mello giving chase, and Mello drops a Comet player to the ground. I believe it looks like Rodriguez maybe? No.
That's Pat Kelly right there. It's good hustle by Pat right there. A couple things. When you're trying to kill a power play, the 2 things you want to do is, 1, you want to dribble, right? Take as much time to keep the ball close to you. 2, you want to get close to the boards, right? It's a second defender to help you with that possession. And so Pat did a great job, and Steven did a good job of recognizing it and playing Pat early, and Pat went towards the boards right there.
4:40 left to play in the first half. 26 seconds left on the advantage to the Blast. Patrick Healy, Dos Santos to Hoxie. Hoxie shoots, and Hoxie scores! A Blast power play. It's 5-1.
Critical power play goal right there to get scored. You've got you got Hoxie down in the corner, so Leo bites on the ball, and so Hoxie's able to go down closer to the box on the wall right there, and he takes the little toe poke, and now you're at 5-1, Nick.
Oh.
And I can't tell you that I don't feel like the Blast has beaten the Comets for any one of these goals yet. I'm going to be honest with you, Nick. And I know our friends back in Baltimore might say, hey, we're winning. We got 5 goals here. We're obviously beating the Comets. But what's happening is the Comets are just beating themselves. There's no reason Leo should be biting offensive end on that. He needs to say goal side on Hoxie right there. You just shouldn't bite the other way. And then the other part about that is, now you're giving up a power play after a goal after you just defended so well right at the very end, and now you've got yourselves a 4-goal deficit, and you're looking at yourself saying, "What's going on?"
It makes you wonder if the Comets side are they trying to do too much? Are they trying to compensate a little bit more for the deficit that they find themselves in? But they've found themselves trailing in nearly every game so far this season. It makes you wonder if these players are maybe trying to overcompensate or maybe trying to do too much instead of keeping it simple and doing what's fundamental in order to help their team be successful on the field.
When you've lost some games, you start to press, right? That's just a natural thing. But something you alluded to right there, and if you remember a little bit earlier, said, Nick, I'm gonna give you a trend. Every time you come out from a timeout, right, whether it's a media timeout, foul, after a quarter starting or whatever, Comets are giving up goals. What that tells me is, Nick, is right off the bat, there's a lack of focus for a sense of urgency coming out of the timeout.
Back the other way comes the Blast, a drive and a save by Hammerski. That one off the foot of Elton de Oliveira, one of the other newcomers for the Blast. Jonathan Mello. That one forward to Roque. Back to Mello. Gibson puts his shoulder. It
dropped him. It was funny. Everybody looking around like, that foul? What was that right there?
Foul number 14, Leo Gibson.
Just dropped Mello instantaneously. And the Blast will have it. So winding down here, the first half. Now Sinclair and Grinsfelter are having a few choice words here and are having to be separated.
Grinsfelder's upset that O'Dane kicked the ball while Grinsfelder's down on the ground, and he should be. He should be upset. But the referee, honestly, was a little late on the whistle right there. And so, you're taught to play through the whistle. I don't think there's anything malicious by any means.
Foul number 11, Williams, his second of the half.
Kyle Williams, the guilty party there. The restart by Baltimore. Off the glass. Rebounds front and center. Kyle Williams. Touched corner to Leo. Gibson off the boards. Vanzella is there.
If I'm Coach Redfed right now, I'm saying we have to get a goal before half.
Crucial. Here's Vanzella. He kicks it down the near boards to Pereira. Pereira marked closely there by Togba of the Comets. Plays it back to Dos Santos. 90 seconds left to play in the first half. Vanzella and the Blast leading 5-1.
Yeah, and see what's the Blast doing right here? Just hold on the ball.
Yep.
Right? You come get it. You're down by 4.
Down to the corner to Hoxie. Hoxie battling. Now more blue jerseys are there. Boy, getting rough down there in the corner, and a foul is called on the Blast. Good crowd here tonight at Silverstein Ice Center's arena. On a cold night here in Kansas City. Boy, I tell you, temperatures are going to plunge here in the Midwest. They're talking like temperatures 7 below, maybe something like that for New Year's Day. It's getting cold around these parts and for really many around the country. 44 seconds left. Comets need something here in the last minute here. Trailing by 4. Lucas Rodriguez moving perhaps a little bit better tonight than he was last week. He was a little ill last week.
There's been more sense of urgency in the Comets. I'm going to be honest with you right now, Nick. I'm watching this, and you've got 25 seconds, and ball needs to be getting towards the box.
Rodriguez through the area. Braithwaite is there. 14 seconds left. Hoxie with a touch. Now Kelly. 9 seconds left. Here's Nacho. 6 seconds left. Hammerski takes a peek. Sends a line drive in there that's deflected over to the near corner. And that'll do it for the first half. That's going to do it. Comets can muster only 1 goal. And that happening in the first quarter by Kyle Williams. The rest of the scoring by Baltimore. And the Blast lead at 5-1 heading into the locker rooms. We are standing by. We're going to hear from Coach Kim Runfed here in just 1 second. We'll hear what the head coach of the Comets has to say about the first half. And here is Jeff Houston and Kim Runfed. Take it away.
Coach, it's been an exciting first half, but we have some work to do in the second half. What do we need to come out and do?
Well, we need to come out and prevent them from scoring any more goals to begin with and toughen up on defense. I think we've had opportunities. You know, if it's 5-1, it probably should have been 3-2 or 2-3 or something like that. We just need to toughen up, and that has been our problem. You know, during the season, we keep getting behind the 8 ball, and we have to work our way back. And the defense, for the most part, have been our problems. It's not that we don't score on our chances. The first half was a bit of a problem, but we'll see if we can regroup in the second half.
We've had our chances. We just need to convert them, right?
We need to convert them, yeah, and then we need to play a tougher defense, and we need to have some patience. Patience is the name of the game.
All right, Coach. Back to you, Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Coach.
All right, there's Jeff Houston and Coach Kim Runfed. Coach a little bit down here, but still within reach here. They've got 30 minutes and a lot of work to do before things get a little bit better here.
Nick, good luck to you in the celebrity soccer match here at halftime.
I'm doing a little bit of stretching right now, bud, so those of you that are watching at home, stay tuned. All of us media fatties are going to be jiggling out there on the carpet. Team Nick versus Team Steve. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you suffering from ongoing aches and pains? Did you get a little too ambitious enjoying your favorite activities? Don't live in pain. Contact Select Physical Therapy for relief today. From our individualized treatment plans and convenient hours to a highly trained and compassionate clinical team, Select Physical Therapy is your only choice for physical therapy, hand therapy, sports medicine, and work health services. Your healing can start today. Schedule an appointment at one of our convenient locations at selectphysicaltherapy.com or call 800-770-6682.
All right, we got a jam-packed halftime. We're going to send it over to Mix 93, Steve Serrano with our Fling for Food. Steve?
Nate, you are 100% correct. It's time for a little bit of Harvester's Fling for Food. Hopefully, Comets fans, you had an opportunity to pick up one of those Harvester balls, because if so, you have an opportunity right now to win $100, all thanks to our friends at Sunfresh Grocery Stores. Again, Calvin's going to be cruising around 3 times on the field. If you can get one of those Harvester balls to land and stay inside his lovely little blue basket, then you're going to win $100 with Harvester's Fling for Food. All right, Comets fans, I hope you're ready. Calvin, here we go. It's Harvester's Fling for
Comets fans, this is a big round of applause to Rhonda's Elite Acro and Dance Explosion. Nicely done, ladies. All right, Comets fans, we hope you got your popcorn and drinks ready because it's time for our world-famous, world-renowned Kansas City Comets celebrity soccer game. We've got Nick Vassos, the team captain, and Mix 93's Steve Serrano. So make sure to take some pictures of your favorite celebrity out here on the field and tweet them with the hashtag Team Nick and hashtag Team Steve. Calvin is our referee tonight. Calvin already waving cards at people. Calvin has been banned from officiating in almost every single league on earth, yet this is the one he gets to do, so we'll see how Calvin does. And now introducing Team Nick, hashtag Team Nick. Please welcome number 2 from Domino's, Kansas City, Jamie Paulson. From KSHB, number 3, Aubrey Morse. From KCTV, number 5, Brett Anthony. From the Lee Summit Tribune, number 6, Fred Liggett. Number 7, John Rashkov. Number 8 from Fox 4, Dave DeMarco. Number 11, Kara Mashek. Number 38, Mackenzie Nelson from KSHB. Also from KSHB, number 41, Ray Daniel. And team captain from Team Nick in the white, you know him, you love him, number 22, Nick the Greek Vassos. For number 4, Matt Stewart. From KCTV5, number 5, Ellen McNamara. You know him, you love him, it's number 6, Hector. From Fox 4, number 21, Carrie Stowell. Comets fan, Hall of Famer, and longtime PA announcer, number 26, Ed Bishop. From KSHB, number 41, Ariel Rothfield. Writer of Enrich Your Soul, Blake Rich-Brackens. And team captain in the blue for Team Steve from Mix 93.3, number 93, Steve Serrano. All right, we gotta get this game moving. No time for pre-game pleasantries. We got Jeff Husted on the field doing some little on-the-field announcing. So make sure to cheer on your favorite team.
All right, guys, are we ready to do this? Who's kicking off for blue? Who's kicking off for white? Anybody up here? Who's kicking off? Here we go. We're just gonna do a drop ball. Ready? Go. All right, I'm here with Ed Bishop, longtime PA. You've been calling this game for a long time. Now you get to play in the game. What's it feel like?
Hold on, I need my oxygen. It's great. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I'll stay down here, call an ambulance, bring a pitcher of beer every 10 minutes. I'm good.
All right.
Goalkeeper for Team Nick, very liberal application of the penalty area rules. Ed Bishop, he's been in Pittsburgh after announcing for the Comets. He clearly hasn't been tanning very much, but we love to hear his voice here. Hector with a shot on goal, deflected by Nate, his own teammate. I think we'll call that a tricycle kick. Jamie Paulson from Domino's going up against Fox 4's Carrie Stowell. Ball going down to Ray Daniel. She's got a shot on goal, but Carrie pulls it away. The Fox 4 defense checking in. Swing and a miss. My goodness, Mr. Stewart. Rice with the goal. Team Steve takes an early lead.
All right, we got a 1-0 lead for Team Steve. You scored a goal. It's been your dream that you told me for a long time.
I just want to score goal for my people. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you so much. Thank you for the comments. Thank you.
Team Steve, goal scorer, Hector.
All right. Nick Vassos has a steely look in his face as he is just savagely tackled by Matt Stewart at midfield. Calvin not paying any attention to what was going on directly behind him. A kind of bombazo from number 6, Hector. We have to check the tape to see who has the assist on that one.
All right, I'm here with Ellen McNamara. So tell me, you're kind of the ringer here. You've got some D1 college experience. Is this like what it's like to play at Texas Tech?
It's a little like it. Indoor, though, it doesn't matter. Indoor is always, it gets your adrenaline going really quickly. It's really hard cardiovascular-wise. It's just a lot of fun. I love indoor soccer, but hey, Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes starting tomorrow. I'm excited for the Chiefs as well tomorrow.
All right, we'll let you get back to the game. Thank you.
We're going to give the assist on that goal to Mix 93.3's Nate. Nate only gives his first name to the fact that he's actually in the Witness Protection Program, and his name is April. Many players on the field now wish they had begun stretching during Boxing Day. Domino's Jamie Paulson taking the ball across midfield. Ray McDaniel there, passes it back, a little give and go, but are shut down by Team Steve's defense. About 3.5 minutes left in this game. 4 minutes too long for a couple people running around the field right now. Does anyone else smell that? It's the smell of burning hamstrings. Team Nick at a 2-goal deficit. Can he act as the field general and get his team back on the scoreboard? As he takes the ball into the zone, oh, he's denied by Ed Bishop. Et tu, Brute. Team captain Nick Vassos reties his shoes for the 8th time in the game. Hector's got the ball again. Can we have our first celebrity hat trick? Alan McNamara with a shot, but it was blocked by number 7, John Rashcob.
All right, I'm here with captain, Team Nick. What do we think?
We need to score more goals. Too many blue jerseys out there. Come on, boy, let's go.
All right, Team Nick doing his best Kim impression on the on-field interview.
Goalkeeper for Team Steve, Daniel Brazel from Team Fidelis clears the ball out. Hector's got the ball again. Hector, a goal-scoring machine, also a bit of a ball hog. Matt Stewart with, I guess, a shot on goal, it turned out to be. Minute 15 to go in the game. A little friendly how's your father handball from the Greek. Win or lose, we can all agree that Calvin is a horrible referee. Off the post, ding dong, no one home. One minute remaining in the game. Calvin, you're just everywhere in the wrong spot. We have orders for emergency oxygen tanks out in the hallway after this game is over. Ray Daniels going to take some oxygen. I think she's going to have to fight Vassos for it. 30 seconds. Steve Serrano making his presence known. And now he's going to go sit down. 30 seconds.
Game's over.
That is the end of our celebrity game. It's going to be all Team Steve 2, Team Nick 0. No one's bleeding. Very few are crying. Everyone's still standing. It's a success. Congratulations, everyone. Comets fans, let's give a big hand to all of our participants in our halftime celebrity game. We have a bottle of sauce for both team captains from Pit Stop Barbecue, some swangy sauce, and to the team captain of the winning team, Steve Serrano, we got a little gift card as well. So there you go. Get friendly. 2 people in this group did not wear deodorant today. Let's see who it is. All right, one more time. Big hand for all the participants of our halftime game. I think Jeff Husted's got Coach Steve there with an interview.
All right, I'm here with the winning team captain, Team Steve. What was the key to success?
The key was the fans. We did it for the fans, and that's the reason why we wanted to win this one. Especially, where's the lady that had the hashtag sorry Steve? Where's her sign at? I feel bad for her now.
All right, great victory. Thanks again to all of our celebrities for coming out, and let's enjoy this second half.
The Comets would like to wish a happy birthday to the following people. Happy 10th birthday to Carmine Randall. Happy 10th birthday to Cole Tenbrink. Happy 13th birthday to Aaron Ratterman and Emma Ratterman. And a happy 24th birthday to TJ Ratterman. We're lousy with Ratterman birthdays. But eat hot barbecue immediately after playing soccer.
All right, second half action is now underway here at Silverstein Eye Center's Arena. Nick Vassos, Brian Budzinski, Brad Zimmerman, our director, and I am still out of breath a little bit. Nacho with maybe a chance on Vanzela, who's out of position, and a foul called on William, which will give the Comets a good chance here on the restart.
I love listening to you talk so out of breath, dripping sweat down. I'm going to give you a second to catch your breath. We're going to get this set piece set up right here. The Comet score coming out right off of halftime.
Perez tries to walk it in. Away from the goal to Braithwaite now on the counter. Here come the blast. Crossed into the middle to Thomas. Comets break it up. Braithwaite is there.
Not a good set piece right there, Nick. Nacho playing the ball to to Perez, and then BP's going down in the corner there, and it turns into a transition opportunity for the Blast.
Here's Ivanovic. Plays it forward to Kyle Williams, a little bit too strong. Dos Santos kicks it off the boards. Comets get it back. Leo with a wall pass to himself. Kyle pounces on the rebound. Vanzela squashes that chance for the Comets there.
Good opportunity right there by the Comets. Leo and Kyle just playing a little two-man game, and Vanzela's up to task.
Sinclair wins the ball away from Peruzzi, but Peruzzi gets it back, and here come the Blast. Down to the corner to Roque, funneled back into Pereira.
Good 2v3 defense by the Comets right there. The Blast had a 3v2, and they went early with it, which is what you're supposed to do, but it was well defended.
Leo's pass is intercepted by Dos Santos when Lucas vacated the area. 13-12 left to play in the third. Pass on up to Pino. Lucas almost with the loose ball. Now Pino gets it up to Lucas. Forward to Leo. Here's Gibson, front and center, shoots, save made by Vanzela. It was a kick save and a beauty. Rebound out to Hoxie. Hoxie with a 1v2. Hoxie shoots and Hammerski can't hang on to the save.
Great job by Pino right there, 1v1 with the dangerous Andrew Hoxie. And you could see a little look in Hoxie's eyes. He wanted to go for it.
Trombini winds up with a left footer, and that one sails wide. Rebound is back to Baltimore.
I like how the Comets are coming out here at halftime. Next goal is very important, Nick, obviously.
Comets have dug themselves a hole, trailing 5-1 at 12-13 of the third. Trombini lost it. Now Santana in those orange boots across the half line. Forward, it gets it up to Gensfelter. Correction, that's Jamie Thomas, who was shaken up in the first half. Possible shoulder injury, but he's just fine. Moving without any trouble at all. Braithwaite is back there for the Comets. Andre over to Hammerski. Steven Hammerski into the corner for Brian Perez. Perez has been quiet. Hoffman. And back to Hammerski. Comets with some possession. Make Baltimore defense work a little bit here. Comets 2-6. Losers of 3 straight. Baltimore trying to get back on the winning track after falling last weekend in Harrisburg in shootouts. Jonathan Mello on the half line. Baltimore has the luxury of time, and they can use as much of it as they want to.
And Baltimore does a great job, and historically they've had when they have a lead, they play what I consider low risk balls, right? And so what that means is you're playing short passes, a lot of control, and you don't need to go forward. And what you do is you gradually stretch your opponent out a little bit because they got to keep coming back further and further, and then you open them up, and that's how you kill a game just like that. Oh,
Pereira got through. Roque could not finish the bunny.
You're not going to see a more wide open goal right there than that. Be fortunate if you're the Comets. First shot on goal by the Blast of the second half comes just a little bit over 10 minutes left. So they've went 4 minutes and 40 seconds before they even took a shot on goal, and they should have scored. That's the Baltimore Blast.
And that was Lucas Roque who missed that one. And Roque, he's one of those guys who doesn't miss. He's really, really good. Out of bounds, off of the blast. And the Comets will press forward here with just under 10 to play in the third. Hammerski over to Kyle Williams. Now Rodriguez to Ivanovic, and east-west pass near side Pino. Pino's pass picked off, and a shot from the half line up and over the glass. Shows you what a poor play in this game can create an opportunity from even the half line for someone to score.
Just a bad decision by Pino right there. He puts his hand up and he owns it, which is what a good responsible player, does. But man, you can't give up those opportunities.
Shot from Steven.
Hammerski drives one in there, deflects over to the far side. Trombini of the Comets is there. Now near side Pino. Down to Gibson for a moment. Gibson had it taken away from him. Here comes Dos Santos in the blast. And a foul called on the Comets is Carlos Trombini.
Good professional foul by Carlos right there. 3v2 for the blast on the breakdown right there, and Comets are fortunate. Nice little professional foul by Carlos.
Under 9 to play in the blast with Pereira charging down the field. Hammerski got a piece of it, and the rebound comes in and deflected wide off the foot of Thomas. Ivanovic goes down, shaken up on the play. Ivanovic holding his left hamstring.
Yeah, you could see it. He was. See if we can get a good replay on it from our group there. But yeah, you could see he went to go and kind of take off with it, and he just immediately grabbed it, and it's. You hope it's a cramp. Hope. But Milan takes such good care of himself, and I know he's been dealing with a little bit of some hamstring issues.
Well, the Comets are without Stefan Stokic, Alvi Beltran, Tanner Hunyak. Anthony Grant is not available. He got a red card last game, so he's not here tonight. And now Ivanovic goes down. Coach Kim Runfed's running out of players.
Well, he's run out of veteran players, too. That's another defender that's a veteran player. And you've got some young guys out there. Now, fortunately, the Comets recently got some players cleared by visas that just came in late this last week. So the expectation is, some of those guys are going to start working their way in the rotation.
Guys like Mirko Sandovari, perhaps Tim Kloster, maybe even Troy McCarroll.
Yeah, all three of those guys are going to start contributing to the squad, might be as soon as tomorrow. Because you've now got, if you lost Milan, depending on the severity of what this hamstring is, it's another defender. And now both Mirko and Tim and Troy, all three of those guys can play in the back.
Tonight's game brought to you by North Kansas City Hospital. North Kansas City Hospital is the exclusive medical provider of the Comets. From minor injuries to serious trauma or illness, their team of medical specialists is equipped to handle all of your healthcare needs. Stay at the top of your game with North Kansas City Hospital.
I think what you're going to see here, Nick, I think you might see Carlos Trombini get moved to the back. We'll see what the rotation is, but you might see Carlos move back from the mid to the back.
And we can see Guy Gomes also in the lineup for the first time tonight. Number 15 out there. Here's Trombini. Trombini. Over to James Togba of the Comets. Togba forward looking for Guy Gomes. Broken up by the blast. Blast played out to Hoxie.
And what you're going to see right here, Ballas gets the ball. Where's it go? Goes back, right? Sit on it, move it a little bit.
Pass there by Hoxie. Touched away by Kelly. Comets take over. Togba pushed from behind, and a foul called on Peruzzi of the Blast. There's James Togba.
Baltimore foul number 25, Peruzzi. His first
Togba goes off. And Cody Hoffman comes on. Comets get more fresh legs out there. Comets 2-6. Blast 6-2. Comets' last win coming here at home in the early part of December against the Tacoma Stars. 7-5 victory over the Stars. The Comets' other victory came on the opening night against St. Louis.
What you see right here, 5 guys behind the ball by the Blast. You know what that is? It's very hard to break down, especially for a disciplined squad, well-coached squad like the Blast are with Danny Kelly. 5 guys behind the ball. That's fine. Keep knocking it around, Comets. That's fine. The clock's ticking. Now you're under 7 minutes, and you have to score a goal, and there's 5 guys behind the ball. They'll let you knock it back here all day long.
On into Guy Gomes. Back out, now over to Perez. Here's Brian Perez. He's got one defender in front of him. Now to the corner. Nacho Flores. Away to Sinclair. Now in the middle to Perez. Perez had it poked away. Terrific defense there by the Baltimore Blast, who go for big changes now. The Blast were really happy there on that last defensive effort there. Here is Rodriguez. Danny Kelly, David Bascombe, coaching staff for the Blast. Now Vanzella. Kansas City on the road tomorrow for a New Year's Eve day game against the Milwaukee Wave. Kickoff set for 5:05, and MASL TV will have it. Art Kramer and Tom Wynn. They'll have the call for us tomorrow. There's Pat Healy. Comets have 1 goal. That was scored back in the first quarter by Kyle Williams. Since then, 3 straight goals by Baltimore. One by Peruzzi, the other by Greensfelder, and the other by Hoxie. Roque is your scoring leader with 1 goal and 2 assists. Under 5 to play now in the third. Here comes Hammerski. Hammerski tees it up. And Vanzella makes the save. Trombini. The corner to Leo. Leo looking for a running player. Baltimore takes it back. Baltimore lost it. Now Trombini trying to settle the loose ball. Comes to Kyle Williams. Kyle to Leo. Leo with a drive. And that one broken up by the Blast, who now chase for the loose ball in the left wing corner. Jamie Thomas is there with Cody Hoffman of the Comets. Also Peruzzi is there. He heels it back for Pereira. Correction, Jonathan Smello.
Ton of possession, ton of possession. Clock just ticking down. They just lull you to sleep, man. You got to high press the Blast. When you're down, you got to high press.
And that just opens things up. It's
just a matter of time.
Ball pass. Hoxie was flashing into the middle. The Comets cleared away. Gibson tripped up by Dos Santos. Foul called on Baltimore.
I've watched Baltimore Blast play for a number of years. Watched film. Sat with Coach Runfed. Sat with Coach Ananoski. It's a recipe that is obviously a very good recipe. You don't win 2 championships by deviating from your plan, and everybody's on the same page, and you watch it, and it's from a coach's perspective or somebody that understands the game. It's very it's very appealing soccer.
Drive by the Comets up and over the glass.
Hector's Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of the Comets for all your vehicle repair needs and
I tell you,
halftime game and goal scoring
they make it
needs.
look so easy. As we look at Hector there, who got a couple of goals in our celebrity game. I put the over and under on 5 for Hector. He ended up getting 2.
He wasn't going to pass the ball on that third one.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't going to pass. He wanted that hat trick.
But calling so many games and watching so many games of the Comets, you know, I never take for granted the effort and skill and dedication these players are required to have in order to play it at this level. And just getting down there and attempting to try it in a foolish way, like us folks in the media do, is one thing. But it gives you really quick insight when you have to run 50 yards one direction, turn around, run 40 yards the other, and then try to settle the ball, and then try to decide where you're going to pass the ball, all while trying to maintain your breath and your stamina.
And you think the field's small, right? You think it's small.
It's not. This field is not small. Yeah.
You think indoor soccer it's small? No, it's not. It's the amount of running, the amount of twisting and turning the hips have to have, the explosion that you need. All those things are just, it's way more cardiovascular than what people actually realize.
Really demanding. And these players all make it look so easy. Under 2 to play here in the third. A scoreless third so far. Here comes some pressure by Roque on Hammerski. He turns it loose for Leo. Leo just outside the Baltimore yellow line. Leo darts inside. Leo tees one up and fires it. It gets stuck behind Van Zela and then cleared away by a teammate. Loose ball fought for front and center. Pino with a couple of touches on it. Also in the area is number 7, Ricky Greensfelder.
Good foul by Ricky Greensfelder right there.
He had a goal in the first half that made the score 4-1.
Greensfelder, his first of the half.
Here's Leo.
Comets have 6th attacker on the field, number 9, Brian Perez.
1:15 left to play in the third. Here comes the blast down the other end of the field. Dos Santos. Now to the far post. Hoxie tried to redirect it on target and missed it. Under 1 minute to play in the third. Jamie Thomas knocked down to the ground. Both teams play on. Rodriguez. Under a minute to play. Can the Comets get something going here offensively in this last few seconds? Here comes the 6th attacker. Brian Perez on for Kansas City. We saw the Comets last week have some success with this technique. On offense, they go with the 6th attacker, and then defensively, Perez will come off and Hammerski will run back on. So the extra attacker out there, 17 seconds left. Here's Leo. He fires a shot. That one blocked by Rayleigh. Gibson down to Williams. Williams across the goal mouth. And then back the other way. A penalty is coming up, and this one's going to go against the Comets again. And I believe it's going to be Cody Hoffman again that's going to be sent off. The second time tonight he's been sent off for a penalty. And now another card comes out, so whoever said the magic words is going to be out for a good portion of the fourth quarter.
2-minute penalty assessed to Kansas City's Cody Hoffman. 2 minutes for tripping.
Get a replay here and we'll get a look at it.
57 seconds in the third
You know,
quarter.
sometimes you can tell by the reaction to by the fans, and that foul happened right over there in front of some of our loyal season ticket holders. And you know, there's some questions with their hands. Now we can't see it, but the problem for me here, Nick, is you know, Brian Perez is your captain, and he's getting a 5-minute. He's getting a 5-minute descent, and so now he's going to have to sit, and that's just one more guy that you're pulling out after, with the loss of Milan Ivanovic.
Can't afford another player to go out. Bud, take a look here. We're going to get a replay of this over here on the side.
Oh.
Our monitor just went out before we could see it here. We weren't looking at the right one here. Brad and our crew, Brad Zimmerman, our director, thank you guys. And our photographers on the field for getting those shots. Now we've got some discussion going on out here. Any idea what this could possibly be? There's Ron Corey. It was the senior referee.
This is what's being discussed, I guarantee it. Baltimore Blast is saying Brian Perez has to serve his own 5-minute descent. Kansas City is saying he was the 6th attacker as the goalkeeper. Goalkeepers don't have to serve. I guarantee you that's what the discussion is right now.
Interesting.
Guarantee it.
So what is the right call? Putting you on the spot, Bud.
I believe that he does not have to serve it.
That's another edition of You Make the Call.
I believe he does not have to.
Should be coming around the corner here in a second.
Yeah, I believe he does not have to serve it.
But Brian Perez is still behind the Comets bench. He's on the Comets bench, I should say. Cody Hoffman is in the penalty box. Danny Kelly and David Bascombe are still talking with Ron Corey on the field.
We're going to take 25 minutes here just to get a decision, Nick. This is the longest 3.9 seconds in the history of indoor soccer. Watch for this big ball play. Remember the Comets score or Blast score to win the ASL Eastern Conference Final on a play right here off this guy's foot, right here. Wall ball, finish. It's all by design right there.
God, you just brought it back a nightmare.
You and I are sitting right here in the same spot.
Oh, my God.
Same guy played the ball, Pat Healy. It's a wall ball. The ball goes off. It's all by design. It's called second runner, right? And the second runner hits the ball.
Oh, my gosh. All right, that's the end of the third. Fourth and final frame is coming up. Comets will be down a man when we get set for the fourth quarter. It's the Blast 5 and the Comets 1. We'll be right back. Hi, Comets fans. Nick Vassos, voice of the Comets here. We're going to go 3 lines with a Comets player, and this time around, we're going to welcome in here Milan Ivanovic. Milan, let's go 3 lines. You ready?
Of course. Let's go.
Okay. So first thing we want to talk with here, since I say your name commonly here, I've got 2 pronunciations of your last name here, and once and for all, I want you to settle it, okay? So is it Ivanovic or is it Ivanovic? We need to know. This is important.
The correct way to say it would be Ivanovic.
Ivanovic. Okay, did we all hear that now? Milan Ivanovic. All right, now that we got that out of the way here, let's talk about your recent trip home here. What did you do when you went back home to Serbia?
Well, it was more of a family thing. We wanted to have our kids experience life over there a little bit, meet the family, and also we wanted to make it fair for our parents, our kids' grandparents, to get to live with kids a little bit, right? So it was a great experience overall, but a year passed and I was missing soccer, I was missing playing, so we decided to come back.
Give us some insight what it's like when you go back home. How are things different than they are over here in the States?
Well, whenever you move, first time when I moved back there and then when I came back here, first thing was to the time difference, right? And dealing with that can be hard at the time, especially for the little ones, but I mean, people love soccer over there, people love soccer over here, so that part is pretty much the same. Other than that, like what I did over there was getting together with the family, with everybody that I didn't see for a long, long time, and had a great time with them. So that was basically the main thing. That was basically the biggest joy that I had from going back over there.
Let's talk about your family. Talk about your family. You have 2 boys, right?
No, actually, I have a girl and a boy.
Girl and a boy. Tell us about your little ones.
Oh, they're just handful, just running around all the time and already kicking the ball around the house. So, Nick, I think we'll have some players in the future.
So you're teaching them a thing or two, right?
I'm not gonna force them into it. Whichever sport, I'm gonna definitely force them into sports. But whatever they decide they want to do, that's what they're gonna do. Yeah.
So that leads me to my next question here. Teaching. This summer, you're going to be in charge of the Comets camps, right?
Yes, I'll be in charge for the Comets camps throughout the year, and we are actually just getting ready to launch something. We didn't want to launch anything too soon and then not have everybody prepared for it, right? So we are still kind of working and trying to figure out what is the best way to do it, but something will come pretty soon, yeah.
Is coaching in your future?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely, yep.
All right. Well, Milan Ivanovic, correct?
Yes.
Hey, thanks for going 3 lines with us. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, Nick. Fans, thank you.
Thank you to Nick, and thank you to Milan. We got 1 quarter in regulation to go. A lot of scoring can happen really fast in this game, so don't lose heart yet.
We've got 15 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
All righty. Fourth quarter coming up here at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. And the officials, the referees, are still talking about that play at the end of the third quarter about who will serve the penalty for the 5-minute misconduct penalty. Looks like they've got everything sorted out here. And we'll see here. And we've just heard officially here, since Brian Perez was the 6th attacker, he does not have to serve the descent, but he can only play as a 6th attacker during the 5 minutes.
Straight out of MASL head of officials Ryan Sigich. You know, that type of stuff right there is an you know, from a league perspective, that's fantastic insight. You know, fans want to know what's going on. They want to understand a lot of the rules. Indoor soccer is complicated at times, and that's interesting to know strategy-wise. Okay, now your coach Rundfed, your captain, one of your best players can only play as a 6th attacker. So you're going to play 6th attacker basically, right? I mean, that's what you're going to say for the fourth quarter from a strategy standpoint, because he can only do it. He can't play on the field for 5 minutes anyways.
Right. Thank you, Ryan Sigich, by the way, for weighing in. Comets a man down here for the next minute and 5 seconds. The Blast leading 5-1. Comets scoring their lone goal way back in the first quarter. There's Dos Santos. Looking far post for Hoxie. And that one goes out of bounds off of Baltimore. Comets will have it. 13:53 left to play.
Since 2003.
Comets' next game is tomorrow at 5:05 against the Milwaukee Wave for a New Year's Eve day game. MASL TV will have that game for you. And the Comets' next home game will be January 13th when they welcome in another Eastern Division team in the Harrisburg Heat.
Comets done got good job on this power play kill right here, Nick, quite frankly. I mean, I don't want to speak too early, and there's still 30 seconds left, but not a lot of possession by the Blast and not a lot of opportunities.
Blast coming in at 44% on the power play. Comets 53% penalty killing coming into tonight. Leo over the top of the defense. DePino hits it first time looking far post.
Good early look by Leo right there. Nice off-the-ball run by Pino that created that whole situation. Again, Comets.
They pick the ball off again. Here's Leo trying to get around Dos Santos. Penalty is over. Both teams at even strength. Cody Hoffman comes on. Here's Cody Hoffman out front. Hoffman leaves it for Nacho. Shoots. Hey, Vanzella.
Oh, I do not know about that ball right there.
From
Dos Santos.
Back to Vanzella.
I mean, Ron Corey's sitting right over it, but Dos Santos is on the ground and plays the ball to Vanzella. That was not a deflection in any capacity.
At the other end, Santana with a right footer. Hammerski made the save. Fight for the loose ball here. Comets get it out to Nacho. Comets trail by 4. Blast have outshot Kansas City 15-13. There's Braithwaite.
Sixth attacker back on the field for the Comets, Brian Perez.
Brian Perez back out there as the sixth attacker. Now Gibson with a drive, and that one blocked by Healy.
Knocked Pat back into the goal almost.
Now Rodriguez with a drive, and that one blocked by the Blast. Peruzzi picks up the loose ball. Forward it comes to Pereira, and Togba got his shoulder into Pereira, and a foul called on Kansas City.
Tough foul on Togba right there. And again, where's the ball go? Goes back. What's the Blast do? Right across the half line, back, and then now see what you do here is you stretch the Comets out because they got to come get the ball because you're down.
Now Mello. Roque still forward, shoots, save is made by Perez. Roque goes down. Rayleigh is in there. Now Dos Santos. Gibson for the Comets. Out to Flores. Flores on the far touchline. Flores still with it. He goes down. Whistle. And a foul is called on the Blast.
Under 11 minutes. Down by 4.
Comets need something soon. Here's Perez. Sixth attacker out there for the Comets. It's the second game in a row that Coach Kim Runfed has had to insert the sixth attacker late in the third. Out of bounds it goes off the Comets. Hammerski back in. Perez goes off.
Now we might need to check with a couple people. Alan Bathrop down in Dallas, or Brian Holland here. When is the last time the Comets were held to 1 goal at home this late into a game? I can tell you, Nick, I am almost assured it has not been since the Missouri Comets back in 2010. I don't recall sitting here with the Comets only with a goal coming in the fourth quarter.
Last time the Comets have been held to a goal, 1 goal, this late in the contest. Professor Holland, we need your help. Shot
blocked by O'Dane.
Is blocked by O'Dane Sinclair off the line. Pat Healy there with the drive. And O'Dane Sinclair really helping out his keeper, Stephen Hammerski. Sinclair trying to use that big body to shield away Pereira. Pereira wins the ball. And then over to Hoxie. And Togba is shaken up. Both teams are playing on. Perez motioning for Hammerski to come off. So Hammerski goes off and Perez comes on as the sixth attacker.
Returns for the Comets as the sixth attacker.
9.5 to play. Comets trail by 4. Here's Nacho. Settles it, shoots it. Out front, Kelly trying to redirect it in there. Comets looking for a handball. The fans there wanted it, no call.
It's another one right in front of Ron Core. We'll have to get a look at that when we get a stoppage play here.
Perez right side for Flores. Now Trombini with a drive. That one off the near glass. Rebound front and center. Perez to Gibson. To Flores. Save. Vanzella skying into the air to save that one. Gibson. Trombini with a drive just above the crossbar, and it goes out of bounds. Last time the Comets had been held to just 1 goal was back on February 22nd, 2013. Those were the days of multi-point scoring where the Chicago, I think they were the Riot back there, or were they the Storm? Can't remember. 13-2 over the Missouri Comets, February 22nd, 2013. So basically 6-1.
All right, gentlemen. Santa Claus may have just visited your house, but he's still watching you all year long.
Okay, now we have more discussion here.
Many men standing in a row yelling.
A lot of discussions going on by this referee crew today.
Illegal substitution for Baltimore, perhaps. Penalty is going to be assessed to the Blast. Danny Kelly has come off the bench and onto the field here for some explanation as to what's happening. Meanwhile, coming off of the bench and into the penalty area is Nicholas Tate, the Silver Spring, Maryland native.
Van Zela from Baltimore given a yellow card for dissent at 6 minutes and 32 seconds in the fourth quarter.
And Nicholas Tate will serve the 5-minute misconduct penalty against
For 16, Tate
William Van Zela.
I think actually could have had a defensive ball. That ball was behind the 3-line right there.
Yeah.
So that actually should have been a top of the arc restart for the Comets. Because the ball that was played, the player was behind the defensive 3-line and it went directly out of bounds. It didn't touch any boards first, so that should have been a defensive clearance foul.
Couple of breaks for Baltimore in the last couple of minutes. Here's Kyle Williams, who has the lone goal for the Comets tonight. Williams trips up his opponent there, and Kyle Williams called for the foul. He got into the legs of Marco Nascimento, who's having his first indoor season. 7:53 left to play in the game, and the Blast leading 5-1. Nascimento. This one on up to Ricky Grinsfelter, to Roque. Roque battling with Pino. Pino kicks it away from the Comets' goal. Dos Santos now centers it in there, and a foul is called against the Comets. 7:37 left to play as we look at Brian Perez out there on the field without the 6th attacker jersey.
Now, what do we say, Nick? Under 8 media timeout. Have yet to score a goal. Blast are just ticking away, right? Just keeping a little bit of possession, making you work, but everything is safe. There you go, right across the half. That ball's going to go back to Van Zela. Rinse, repeat, recycle. I love watching it. I love watching guys have a style and a philosophy and an idea, and it's apparent when your players have bought into it. And what it does is it lulls you to sleep, and it just absolutely kills the clock, and it kills the momentum. And it's not that the Blast don't have a sense of urgency, there is. But you're going to have to come take the ball from them. They're not going to give it to you.
Let's check in with Steve Serrano.
Sean Summers.
Sean, where do you go to school at?
Lee Summit North.
Lee Summit North. All right, Sean, here's what's going to happen. We're going to put 15 seconds on the clock, and you're going to try to name as many state capitals that you possibly can. What grade are you in, by the way?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. This is going to be embarrassing for you. All right, as many state capitals. Brock, can you give us 15 seconds on the clock? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Austin, Jefferson City, Little Rock, Montgomery, Denver, Boston, Madison.
All right, that's good. We're going to calculate and find out how many you got. Let's turn your attention to the video screen and see how many the Comets players got.
Providence, St. Paul, Jefferson City, Phoenix, Denver,
and time.
Leo got 5, you got 6. Congratulations, we're getting you some tickets to the next home game, plus also $25 to Pepper Jack Grill. Nothing like going to school here on a Sunday, or Saturday. What is today? Nate?
.7:01 left to play in the game. Blast 5, Comets 1. Brian Budzinski, Nick Vassos, Brad Zimmerman, our director. Great to have you here on MASL TV. Restart is coming up to the Blast just inside the Comets' yellow line. Ron Corey looks like he's getting a little bit of either water or some treatment on the side over there from the Comets training staff.
Get a little biofreeze. Put that on the hammies and the knees over there, Nick. Ron Corey giving about a minute and a half or 2 minutes. It's going to feel like $1 million. I'll tell you what, whoever invented biofreeze, I wish I'd bought that stock.
No kidding. All right, here we go. Slotted into the middle. And the ball comes back out, as you might imagine, all the way to Vanzella. Vanzella retreating back on his line. A collision there by Togba and another player. Now Braithwaite's got it. Braithwaite into the middle to Trombini. Trombini leaves it for Flores. And that one blocked by Rayleigh and Vanzella combined. Ball is fought for and a foul called on the Blast.
Got to come out with the time. You get a timeout. It's a dangerous set piece, and it's a good call right here by the Comets, Nick. I love this. Okay, so one, what you're going to do is it's a dangerous position for a set piece. You're going to get the 6th attacker on. Okay, now you've also got Lucas Rodriguez, which is your preferred 6th attacker. Okay, you had to run with Brian Perez due to the 5-minute misconduct that he had, and so you're under 7 minutes now. This is a spot where you have to draw up a play that has to score. 6 on 5. You get the proper crew on there that you want, and you get them all set up and lined up where you want. This should be a quality set piece right here.
Tonight's game brought to you by Domino's. Get a large 3-topping carry-out pizza from Domino's every day of the week for just $7.99. You can now earn Domino's rewards points online, in person, or over the phone. Domino's, the official pizza partner and the title sponsor of your Kansas City Comets. 6:39 left to play in the game. Comets trailing the Blast 5-1. An important restart here for Kansas City. Perez to Rodriguez. One touch shot. Save. Vanzella. Vanzella distributes out to Thomas. Rodriguez having to stay on as the 6th attacker. 6.5 to play in the game. Comets got to get busy here. They got to start sawing some wood against this Blast defense. Out wide to Perez. To the corner to Pino. Now Trombini. Not much of a offensive chance there for the Comets, and Vanzella throwing out to Jamie Thomas. Thomas plays it back. Here they come. Cycle their offense over to Santana, then back to Vanzella. William Vanzella so good with his feet as well. Not only an acrobatic keeper for the Blast, but so good with his feet. Now Santana, front and center, shot just above the crossbar. Now Santana with the header on the far post, no good.
So what has to happen right when the Blast get the ball? You have to immediately go man-man high press. So you got to identify this guy, this guy, this guy. You go here, and then you high press it immediately right off the bat. Because if you don't do it as a group, then high pressing isn't going to do you any good. It's got to be a group effort.
5:03 left to play in the game. Here's Rodriguez to Trombini. Now Nacho. Deflected right back out to Nacho. Here's Flores. Flores, Pino, shot, goal!
surprising and interesting to me right there, Nick. That's a, and Pat and Kevin Healy will enjoy this right here. That's a mistake by Pat Healy, quite frankly. He is allowing the back door to be open by a player that was staying in the same area that he originally started at. So we'll see here on the replay. The ball comes across by Nacho, and Pino was in the same spot the entire time. He just kind of moved around maybe by 3, 4, 5 feet. Pat lost track of him. That's a little late right in it, but that's not necessarily Santana's fault coming across. That's more on Pat not having the back door covered right there. And it's not like Pino came running in, right? Pino had already been in that position. Does that make sense, what we're saying there?
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, Flores. I'm still trying to catch my breath from halftime, bud.
I'm aware you worked so hard.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a bad giveaway by the Comets, Nick.
5-2.
Where's the ball going to go? Back. Kill some time here.
Here's Pereira. Walking it in on Pino. Pino strips the ball. Now the Comets with some chance here, 3v2. And Pino from behind had it kicked away by Pereira.
Yeah, Pino's got to recognize there, Nick. That's a 3v2. You dribble until the player commits.
Back the other way on the counterattack. Almost a blast goal there. Now the Comets go back the other way. Under 4 to play. Here's Braithwaite. Braithwaite steps over it. Kicks it out wide to Perez. Bryan away from the goal to Trombini. Now Rodriguez on as the 6th attacker over to Gibson. Downside, Nacho. Braithwaite. Now Leo with a drive. That one wide to the right.
Good job by Nacho. Come right there, pick that pocket.
Here's Nacho. Trying to dart inside. Away from the goal to Perez. Now Gibson. Leo with a drive. Save Vanzella. Perez on the near side. No good. Kicked away by Hoxie with a blaster, just packing it in. Now a drive from Rodriguez. That one had some knuckle action on it. Flores, Nacho Flores is down, and that'll give the Comets a restart here at the top of the arc, and Flores is shaken up.
Yeah, Flores and Pat Healy both went up on a 50-50 right there. And you see Pat, being a pro, he just hit Nacho in the nose right there, and anybody that's ever been hit in the nose, eyes water. You can see Nacho's eyes are just, they're watering right there. They'll go ahead and put him in concussion protocol. I'm not sure if Nacho will even be able to get back out on the match within the, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds, depending on the stoppage. Once you're doing a, concussion, once you go into concussion protocol. Top of the arc restart right here, Nick.
Lucas peels it back for Kyle Williams and hits it off the near post. No good. Now Gibson on the drive, top shelf, where Grandma keeps the cookies. And the Comets are still alive. They might be on their last breath, but they're still alive. They trail by 2 goals with 2:44 left to play.
The play set up by the delay of game by Andrew Hoxie. So you're giving the Comets another top of the arc restart, okay? And it's a good one, right? You see right here, you've got 2 guys over the ball. You're not quite sure which guy's going to take this, okay? Good run over, laid back. Kyle just missed it. So it's a great set piece. He just barely missed. But here's the key. The ball's first time shot on the right side, first time shot on the left by Leo Gibson. So Vanzela's got to come from the left side of the goal to try to protect the one side, or the initial shot. And then now Leo is taking it one time, and Vanzela can't get over to it. And there you go, upper 90. Great strike. Got a ball game, Nick.
Leo hammers home his ninth on the year, and it's 5-3. When the Comets win, you win, folks. Thanks to our good friends at Ben and Jerry's Ice Cream and Sunfresh. After each Comets home victory, bring your game ticket the next day to any area Sunfresh grocery stores to receive a free pint of Ben and Jerry's ice cream. There is no better way to celebrate a Comets win the next day than with free ice cream, thanks to Ben & Jerry's, as well as Sunfresh grocery stores. We hope you will be enjoying some ice cream in the new year, but still quite a bit of work to do here. The way Baltimore has been playing, you know, with possession and holding it and playing it back. Some 2-goal leads look bigger than others. This one looks pretty big to me.
It's very big. Here's the thing. You have to high press man-to-man right off the bat and make Van Zela play the big ball off this kickoff right here. Pat Healy does it. So there you go. As a Comet, that's what you wanted. That's literally, if you're the Comets, that couldn't have worked any better. Now you're able to get your 6th attacker on. Clock is stopped. The ball was only in play for 7 seconds, Nick. Ooh, Leo playing a ball that's hot and heavy to Lucas.
And Lucas returned that heater to Leo. And Roque was trying, they're almost there to pick the pocket. Now Gibson flicks it up into the air, headed away by Baltimore. But Gibson will hold it in. Comets trail by 2. Here's Rodriguez. Now Perez deflecting in there. And then kick back out. Lucas. Right side Trombini. Perez. Perez again. Back to Rodriguez. 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play. Blast leading 5-3. Pino. Deflecting off Van Zela. Not a Roque. 3 blue jerseys back there to win the ball for the Comets.
Great job by Pino right there, and Andre and Leo as a group collectively say, let's go get that ball right back, and let's go back on the 6th attacker.
Perez, Trombini, Braithwaite, shot, save! Oh, that one was headed just to the toe. Man, Van Zela.
What a save by William.
Oh.
What a save. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap right there. Great individual effort. That's why he's one of the best goalkeepers in the league right there.
Oh. Wow.
That was a goal.
Oh.
That was a goal.
Perez. In the left wing corner. Gibson. Now Lucas pops it up into the air. Off the top of the dashboard. Braithwaite with a drive. Just wide. Braithwaite again. Saved off the line by Pat Healy. Not once, but twice. Oh, Margaret. Now one in the middle, picked off. Here comes Rodriguez. Off his line. And then kicked out of bounds. The Comets are going to get it here.
You needed that, Nick.
Oh.
Right there, you needed that goal. Because you're at minute 11 here. You really needed that one right there. Great job by the Blast. And great job by the Comets, quite frankly. There's nothing you can say about it from an execution standpoint. That was fantastic on both ends.
Clock is just really the enemy for the Comets. Now just 1 minute to play. 1 minute to play. The Comets now into the middle to Kyle Williams. Could not redirect it on target. And we can see the Comets' chances of victory slipping through the time glass like grains of sand. 39 seconds left. Flores to Rodriguez. Blocked by Santana. The Blast have 5 players back. Packing it in. Rodriguez with 25 on the clock. Now Gibson. Off target. Blast are content to sit behind the Kansas City yellow line. Now Rodriguez with 14 left. Comets are going to fall to the Blast. 2 late goals here in the fourth have made things interesting. But with 6 seconds left, the Comets are going to fall. 2 seconds left. They'll hold it. And that's a final. Baltimore defeats Kansas City by a final score of 5-3. Comets made it very interesting there when Leo Gibson got his goal, but in the end, the Blast, too much for the Comets. And Baltimore goes on to secure their 7th win on the season. Kansas City falls to 2-7 on the year. Good effort by Kansas City to come back there. You've completely eloquently detailed what the Blast do and they did what they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's tough to come back against the Blast. So, obviously, and it's easier to say than be done, but you can't let them get a lead, okay? And then especially a 4-goal lead, okay? And then you could sit here and say, kind of second guess yourself and say, well, if we went 6 attacker earlier, blah, blah. All that matters is you shouldn't have given up the goals when you did, and the game probably should have been, just like Coach Runfed said at half, it should have been 2-3, 3-2, something along those lines, but you dug yourself that hole, and then you're playing into with for the most part, a veteran-laden team, but an extremely well-coached team. You're going right into their philosophy, and they'll just kill it. They'll just kill the clock. They'll lull you to sleep. They lull the crowd to sleep with the possession, so they take the energy out of a building. It's a great way to play this game of indoor soccer.
Can the Comets take their performance here and build upon it? The last 3 games, the Comets have allowed double digits in scoring to their opponents. I don't know. Baltimore's never been one of those teams that's really a high-scoring team, but to hold an opponent to 5 goals at home is the best they've done so far this year.
Goals against, it's a good point, but I would say, to counteract that, Nick, is, yes, it's a better overall, from the beginning to the end, it's a better job defensively, but it wasn't in the first half because you gave up too many opportunities and too many goals when you probably shouldn't have, okay? And if the Blast wanted to keep going with it, maybe they could have, extended the lead out, but that's not how they play. Danny Kelly doesn't want to win the game 12-7. He just doesn't. He wants to win, 5-2. He'd much prefer that. And at the end of the day, you've got some Blast players that were missing on the field, and Tony Donatelli and Dantas, that are both studs.
Wow.
And so, yeah, this Blast team is listen, man, Nick, they're right where the plan is. Every year, man, they're right in the same spot. It's one of the top teams in the league, always is. And so it's a fun team to watch.
I thought
the Comets played well, but obviously the Blast played better.
Well, the 2-time defending champion, they just keep on keeping on, don't they? They're 7-2 on the year, and they're going to be traveling up towards Iowa to take on the Cedar Rapids Rampage in their next game coming up tomorrow afternoon. That game at 3:05 for you Blast fans that are watching online on MASL TV. Our Comets. The road does not get kind for Kansas City. They got to forget about this one and take on the Milwaukee Wave at home. How about that task?
Well, one, you're going to play arguably the hottest team in the league in the Milwaukee Wave, right? 1. 2, they're rested. 3, you got to travel 8 hours in the road. So the Comets are leaving at 5 a.m. in the morning. Go home, get some sleep, no post-game autograph session. Get out of here as fast as you can. Get your head on a pillow. Get the leg deals on there with the ice and all that, and get your treatment. And 5 a.m., hop on a bus.
Wow.
You want to be a professional athlete? It ain't all about playing in front of 4,000 people on a Saturday night, man. There's not a... Now, the Blast are doing the same thing, right?
Yep.
Their trip's just a little bit shorter, but those guys, they got 2 less hours, okay? They're playing at 3. So those guys, they're same thing. They're waking up 7 o'clock in the morning, and they're driving up to Cedar Rapids. They're staying in a nice confines here of Independence, Missouri at the Stony Creek Inn, and then heading on their way.
Traveling is always so much better after a win, though, than after a loss. That's for sure. You know that, bud.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's going to do it. Comets in action tomorrow, 5:05. Art Kramer and Tom Wynn will have a call for you on MASL TV. And the Comets' next home game is on January 13th when the Comets will host the Harrisburg Heat at 7:05. KCComets.com or 1-888-9-COMETS for your tickets and information to watch the Comets and the Harrisburg Heat. The next home game for the Baltimore Blast will be on Saturday, January 6th against the Harrisburg Heat at 5:05. That game will be at the SECA Arena up at Towson University. So that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Once again, the final score, Kansas City falls 5-3 to the Baltimore Blast to improve to 7-2. Kansas City falls to 2-7. For my broadcast partner, Brian Budzinski, our director extraordinaire, Mr. Brad Zimmerman, and our entire crew here at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena, My name is Nick Vassos, and thanks to the 4,009 people who came here tonight to watch the Comets and the Blast. Good night from Silverstein Ice Centers Arena.